national anthem by Kevin Hollister.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Love you, 23.
Thank you, Mr. Hollister. You may be seated. Good evening. Good evening. I'd like to extend my warmest welcome to everyone, especially the graduating class of 2023 and their families and friends. Tonight marks the 47th Franklin County Technical School graduation ceremony. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge some important people with us this evening. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name or group, and please hold applause until the end. Members of our school committee: Superintendent Richard Martin, Assistant Principal Amber Crozier, Dean of Students Joe Gamache, CTE Director Maggie Nugent, Director of Student Services Nathan May, Facilities Manager Joe Mazeski, and the maintenance crew who set up today. And a big thank you to Greenfield Community College for allowing us to use their tent prior to their own event tonight and commencement tomorrow. Thank you. Just a few more thank yous. Jamie Noel and Mark Matthews for technical support. Landscaping instructors Amanda Madison and Kurt Richardson and their students for our beautiful floral arrangements. And I'd also like to thank Annie McCarthy and Taryn Canfield, our senior guidance counselors. And there are many, many other individuals who've devoted time in preparing for this event this evening, and I'd like to extend them a huge thank you as well. To the class of 2023, congratulations. You did it. And to your families, friends, mentors, congratulations to you too. You've helped shape the lives of the students in this class, and I know that they're appreciative of you and would not be here without you. I'd like to share one of my favorite quotes with you, a quote from Steve Maraboli. He said, "We all make mistakes, have struggles, and even regret things in our past. But you are not your mistakes, you are not your struggles, and you are now here with the power to shape your day and your future." Many of you have struggled, made mistakes, and maybe some of you even have regrets during your years at Franklin County Tech. Those mistakes and struggles are part of the learning process, part of growing up. The goal is to learn from your mistakes and grow your resiliency during your struggles. Those skills, along with kindness and empathy, will help you lead a healthy and happy life. When you leave here today, I hope you leave FCTS with a sense of pride. You've received a high-quality academic and vocational education. Very few students across the Commonwealth can say that. You walk out of FCTS college and career ready. Your skills are sorely needed in the world we live in. Have confidence in your abilities, and do not shy away from challenges. You are prepared. But if you ever need help, you have teachers, counselors, administrators, and classmates that you can call on. We all benefit when you are successful. That being said, I hope you stay connected to FCTS, become part of our Alumni Association, and look to support those students who come after you. Someday I hope you have the opportunity that you'll take a co-op student. And I hope that you remember that students will make mistakes, will struggle, navigating their teenage lives, and they are not finished products yet. Please stay connected and give back to the community. I want to tell you how proud of you all of us are, and how much we appreciate your leadership and contributions to Franklin County Tech, and how much you will be missed. I wish you all my best in health and happiness. Congratulations. Superintendent Martin, I certify that the students before you from the class of 2023 have fulfilled their graduation requirements and are eligible for graduation. At this time, it is my privilege to invite Richard Martin, our superintendent, to the podium.
Well, congratulations to the class of 2023. I would like to thank the principal. I would like to thank the brand new president from Greenfield Community College, Michelle Shute, Dr. Michelle Shute, for her kind hospitality to allow this event to happen tonight. There are so many other people to thank, and many have already been mentioned. I work very closely with the school committee to ensure that we have what our students need to learn. And with that, all members of the school committee that are here, can you please stand? Now let's get a round of applause. Franklin County Tech would be nothing without all of our outstanding teachers, instructors, parents, custodian, cafeteria, our office personnel, our nurses and substitutes. So let's give them a round of applause. You have graduated at the right time, because we have an opportune opportunity in our history as it relates to skilled labor and employment opportunities. A majority of the industries cannot fill the openings due to a lack of available skilled labor in fields such as advanced precision machining, welding, IT, healthcare, construction, and many more. The educational system is now beginning to acknowledge the value of vocational technical education, as regular comprehensive school districts across the state and our country are now trying to emulate the success accomplished at vocational technical schools. It was not long ago that vocational schools were not valued by the educational community at large and were viewed as a place where students had no options. Now, there are more options than ever before, and the educational community has taken notice. And as a result, has shifted its focus to college-only preparation to emulate the college and career readiness model of vocational technical education. As they say, imitation is the best form of flattery. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the shortage in skilled labor is anticipated to continue for the next 10 years. We consistently hear from the media and the employers that young people don't want to work anymore. But the class of 2023 at FCTS is different, because you are ambitious, hardworking, and motivated to make your life special because you understand the value of earning a dollar. You are now ready to take on the next steps of your life with enthusiasm, optimism, and a sense of purpose. Franklin County Tech students create opportunities when none exist, overcome obstacles when the wall seems too high, and inspire others when there appears to be no other options. Watch out, world. The class of 2023 is graduating 123 workers, business owners, military leaders, and future college graduates. The class of 2023 exemplifies what a skilled workforce looks like. You are goal setters, go-getters, and driven to change the workforce. As Milton Berle once said, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door, which we all know you already know how to do. So congratulations to the class of 2023 for what you have already accomplished, what is to come, and what lies ahead. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. It is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2023 salutatorian, Elise Tower.
Good afternoon. My name is Elise Tower, and I'd like to start this off by thanking each and every one of you for being here today to celebrate the class of 2023. I know without the support of administrators, teachers, staff, friends, and family in attendance today, that none of this would have been possible. Now, I'm going to be honest with everyone here today. Sitting down to write this speech, I had absolutely no idea what to write. I was completely stoned. Plus, my high school long bad habit of procrastinating didn't really help with my writer's block. There was just so many things I wanted to include in my speech. Do I reminisce about the important memories? Impossible to pick. There's just too many, unique to each graduate here today. How about speaking to the astounding accomplishments in shop, clubs, athletics, Skills USA, and FFA? I can't. There's just too many, and I'd be here for too long. Maybe I can impart some wisdom on my peers. Well, I've never been one for the typical "your journey ends here" kind of speech. But what I can tell you is the facts. So here's my best attempt at a speech that doesn't put you to sleep. FCTS. It's been an adventure. More of a second home, really. It's been the place we all matured. Deciding to leave our sending school behind to master a trade was a big leap to take for young adults. And look how far we've come. We formed such strong bonds in our shop, and you're sitting here today with the caps and gowns about to receive your diploma alongside your shop family. We're the reason the upcoming freshmen are told it will become their shop family. Little moments shape our time here. Trust me, I know it felt like an eternity for that final bell to ring, but I like to think that each and every one of us can think of one moment or lesson that we took away from high school, even if our minds weren't entirely present for some classes. A quote I'd like to include by Will Rogers is, "Even if you're on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there." Life's meant to move and change. Yes, it's sad to officially close a chapter, no matter what that might be, but that's how we grow as people. Each new place we go, emphasis on the new, we meet people along the way that enrich our lives and create memories that will stick with us for years. Each graduate's personal journey started before tech and will continue after we leave the ceremony today. If I was to try to give my fellow classmates inspiration, it would be to not let life get stagnant. If that means getting out of this town, then go see the world. If that means going to college or the workforce, then do it. If that means leaving the ceremony today and never looking back, then I implore you, live life, create memories, and keep me moving forward. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Elise. It is now my pleasure to introduce the class of 2023 valedictorian, Maddie Lee Newcomb.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to thank you for attending the graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. I'd like to begin by expressing our sincere gratitude to our guests, our teachers, the staff, and the administration. Without your support and guidance, we wouldn't be able to accomplish what we have today. I don't think anyone went into high school their freshman year expecting a global pandemic to hit halfway through. Somehow we all managed to make it through the chaos of our first 2 years at FCTS. Although most of us did that by turning off our cameras during Zoom class and completely tuning out. Our teachers did attempt to put in some effort, even if the same cannot be said for us. Our junior and senior years were much more productive. Some of us went out on co-op, working within our vocation, while some of us started to prepare for college and our futures within the workforce. We also worked to improve our community by hosting fundraisers and drives for local nonprofit organizations. As a class, we've had some pretty amazing achievements, from students working at job sites to students demonstrating their vocational skills in Skills USA and FFA. Going forward, I hope we can all look back on our high school experience fondly, whether it's fooling around with your friends in shop, getting cookies at culinary on Wednesdays, Mr. Mayu's unhinged English class, or hanging out in the parking lot with your friends before class. Although I think I can speak for everyone when I say career awareness is not one of those fond memories. These memories will forever follow us, and I hope in the future we'll be able to make many more. High school is regarded as a time to find out who you are and who you are going to be. Sometimes in the next few days, we should all take time to reflect on the past years and realize just how much we have all grown. We should all also think about who we want to be going forward. What kind of person do we want to be? What change do we want to make in the world? If there's one thing I learned from high school, something I hope we've all learned, is to be authentically yourself. Find out who you are and who you want to be and stick to it. My parting words are, as Maya Angelou said, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Congratulations, everyone. We did it.
Thank you, Maddie. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Regina Robinson. Dr. Robinson is from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, and she's our Deputy Commissioner. Dr. Robinson joined DESE in September 2021 as the Deputy Commissioner overseeing workforce diversification, secondary pathways, early college, educational options, and planning and research at the department. Regina is a collaborative and skilled leader in education with a passionate expertise in student success for over 20 years. Please welcome Dr. Regina Robinson to the podium.
Greetings to the administration, educators, teachers, where are you? Can you raise your hands? Let me see where you are. In the back, graduates, could you please stand and applaud your teachers? Let's go, let's go. Stay standing, stay standing, stay standing. Staff members, let me see, where are the nutrition professionals, the nurses, everyone who works in the school, wave your hands, where are you? See you, I see you. Graduates, let's applaud our staff. And on 3, graduates, I want you to look at them and say, I see you and I thank you. 1, 2, 3. I see you and I thank you. Yes, now you can have it. We are gathered here together today, yes, to celebrate the persistent class of 2023. But we are also here today to celebrate the adults who were able to help them get to this point today. I bring you greetings from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education on behalf of Commissioner Jeff Riley, my boss, and on behalf of our Secretary of Education, Patrick Tutwiler, his boss. I welcome you, I thank you for coming today to showcase to the class of 2023 that we see you, that we applaud you, that we recognize you persisted and did something that none of us in this room had to do. And that was to push through the challenges and the chaos, yes ma'am, of a global pandemic. You all did something that the adults in your lives did not have to do. And that was wake up every morning to move through the process of your educational journey. You are the class that has done what no other class had to do, and that was to start your freshman year and have it interrupted when freshman year is already a year of interruptions. That many of us, wave your hands if you want to go back to ninth grade. Says no one. Says no one. And yet you did what many of us never had to do. And that was to continue to persist in the midst of challenges, in the midst of uncertainty. Give it up for your administration who had to listen to Desi's calls each week and tell you all when to move and when to stop and when to shift and when to pivot. Thank you for receiving our calls at Desi when I know it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to be a leader in the midst of COVID, but it wasn't easy to be a student in the midst of COVID. So for that, we applaud you, and we applaud your persistence. So your amazing leaders have already shared all of my remarks. So I'm gonna have to go a little off script because y'all are rock stars in your own right, and I can't wait to see how far you go because you chose to persist even higher academically and with your skills. So we applaud your student leaders. So when I think about this time of year, a couple of things come to mind. First of all, I think of looking back on your journey and where you have come from. And I already stated COVID, chaos, craziness of a pandemic. But I also want to encourage students about the path that lies ahead. And I've asked all the time to speak to students, to speak to adults, to speak to teachers, to speak to people in the realm of education. And I know that my life was impacted by some amazing educators and amazing adults, including my parents. So students, could you turn around, make eye contact with your family members? Can you turn around and find them somewhere? And I want you to applaud them right now. Let's applaud your family. Give it up to your family. I love it, I love it. You see the family members who are like, oh, you can't see me, I'm here. They're standing up, I'm here. Yes, I'm that mom too. I am that mom too. Yes, yes, yes. Families, we applaud you because you could have said, oh, you want to take a break? The pandemic's hard on all of us. And yet you encouraged their persistence. So we thank you. It takes a village to get to this place where you are today. So with my time that I have for you, I just want to share 4 areas of encouragement. You have the opportunity to leave this tent, to leave this chapter of your life, and to move out into the world as the stars that we know you are. What do I mean by stars? You have strengths. You have a trajectory and a story of your life, of where you've been, where you are, and where you are going. You have aspirations, and you have shown us that you are resilient. So first, strengths. If I were to ask you your top 2 or 3 strengths,